absolutely eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Welcome.
Dream of someone sweeping me off my feet.
Well met, sir.
Plenty of gossip
Not
to be
sure
had
what
here.
they expect.
my nose
I'm
to
no
the ground.
crook, am I?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
Howdy.
Fine wares all.
Might head to my...
There is much we ought to tend to, or shall change, once we... If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of? Do not forget that we...
Would that I could spend all day here. Where's Warren? He's giving me an achy back.
Good evening, sir. I trust you.
Shall we get some rest then?
I was a tad...
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Whatever am I to do? That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
There is much we ought to tend to, or shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished... Your majesty, that attire, it may be unsuitable. I apologize for my brusque... Is there aught else you would speak of? Do not forget that we...
Met, sir. Fancy again?
There is much we ought to tend, or shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished business... Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do, alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power. Proving your majesty, pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when...
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Broad's investigation.
There's no great shock to me.
How might I be of service?
Need anything?
No shame in letting down your hair now and then.
My bed.
Washes all my troubles clean away. Only fools and urchins boast of their kind.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Home at last.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Diana. 'Twas a hard. I only hope. Oh no, rather rare though.
Really?
A picture.
I believe, Miss Daff, indeed. For true? I think I could direct.
Yes.
All this racket. Good gracious.
Oh, you...
What precisely have you...
Not a word.
Good. Do be sure to leave the house and fare you well, child. Come, Diana.
What was that all about?
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
This outcome has left me with much to ponder.
Someone do aught about this? Quite the predicament. It's been a hard day.
Polished it this morning.
Good evening, sir. I trust... You fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigour. First things first, we must speak with Captain Brandt.
Say how far my touches can take me.
Good. We're here.
What are you up to? Welcome to the Star. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Come back any time. Welcome. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There is much we ought to tend. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's ought to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vrumund are suspended. With such hindrances in mind, few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchant. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us it ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, you shall have to act the part. But as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know.
Look as long as you please.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, this is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmouser's burrow in Backbatal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek.
We're off to the tavern then. The Rockmouser's burrow, was it? I know the way. Follow me.
What business have you here? Does that make you the Arisen? Be at ease. I bear you no ill will. My name is Manella, and I have the honor of serving as a go-between twixt Her Majesty and the guard. Come, let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss, and I don't fancy standing round all the while.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawn. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more accept, I would be glad to offer you a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Backbatal without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any they are harsh in their persecution. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available. Also, it...
How might I be of service?
Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the Forbidden Magic Research Laboratory, which can be found. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast and seek a man, for as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
How might I be of
Ox carts make...
Welcome. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. Always a pleasure. Welcome. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer excellent service at a fair... price. Always a pleasure.
Someone comes looking for a fight. I won't say no.
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled. Go on, have a look. My services don't come. Sheep, you're welcome.
Lost track of time. I've got to focus.
Looking for aught in particular?
Pleasant surroundings, Motley.
Interested in my wares?
Well met.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
There's no getting these hands clean out here.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, look how many women we count among our number.
And I've no objections.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you'd...
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
dark as pitch, Master. Pray, light your lantern afore I trip.
The structure in the waters is most curious. I'm convinced this.
We've naught to gain by fighting here. Best we push on.
Tis my due. I'm not sure I can be of aid.
Prepare yourself!
Who are you? No, never mind. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Is that all? Tiny fragments such as these aren't nearly good. Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. Here, take your... 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that might be difficult, we've scoured this area. 'Tis possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that. 'Tis possible. Mayhap one such as the Oracle.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Of this world doom it to perpetuity. The Arisen comes. Is this meeting also by the dragon's design? You may be pitted against the dragon, yet its fate is yours to share. The dragon is the embodiment of destructive force. Understand this. The concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions. And thus it is a being of a higher, as are ye. Now that the dragon has marked ye, setting ye apart from your fellows. Ye need not seek the dragon. Aye, make no mistake. Still, I suppose I can tell ye about a rumor I heard the other day. Apparently, after all, now that ye have been marked as arisen, so it stands to reason that e'en if a creature of draconic aspect and destructive, a mockery of one perhaps, but not the dragon true. The substance of which ye speak is for worm's life crystals can be obtained not only from the true red dragon, but they retain a measure of draconic power, and when used correctly, will bestow upon ye powers that eclipse the will of Godsway. Forgive me. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Batal came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon, just as ye have. Face it, it appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. I am the husk of he who was once arisen. My final battle against the dragon culminated in the loss of the will that should have seen me bring the creature low. Thus, as the arisen is defined by the strength of their will, from that moment on I was arisen. Such is the world's will. I dare say it compels me e'en now to impart upon ye all the knowledge. The arisen is a transcendent being, always chosen by the dragon. Thus, when the dragon is made manifest, so too, the cycle is doomed to continue till the dragon is felled. For that is what the will then go. Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what. Then I bid ye farewell.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch in my case.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
What a fell curse 'tis to be undying.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Nothing left to find here. Time to move on. At least today my pockets will be clinking.
Prepare yourself! An impressive diversion. Shall I finish them off, Arisen?
Well, 'tis clear the two of you know what you're doing.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
How's this? You keep your...
If we're to destroy this, it will have to be from the other side.
I am sorely disappointed. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
These dreadful crap having three nights! Let's say these then! One thy way!
Remember, for all intents, it cannot matter. Our wits! Arisen! Are you alive?
Do not waste this chance. Press home our advantage.
I shall lead the charge!
Understood. Surely we shan't let the ghost cast its magics. Let it be silence instead.
If you would.
Understood.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. We are fortunate indeed. This is a rare find.
I dare say the quandary of what to do with it is half the joy.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Times must be tedious if you've resorted to challenging beasts to bouts.
Forgive me. I could not help but laugh. Watch out for the knackers, Master!
This bow is as good as flame-proof.
I shan't let them harm you. I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
Might I recommend we venture inside before bandits find us?
Not of a mind to fight today, Arisen.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
That's just what I was thinking.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
poorly balanced on one leg. Give it a shove and it'll come crashing down. Could I trouble you to assist me?
Turning a monster's brute strength to a helpful purpose. What a marvelous idea. Truly?
Grabbing hold! Strike hard enough, and we might not have to do this twice.
I shall lead the charge!
Of course.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
Methinks I've a skill for just this occasion. Shall I assist?
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn.
Shall I assist?
A new day dawns at last.
The threat of attack seems more manageable by daylight.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. Come, let me grant you wings. Heavier than I expected.
Stepping stools need not speak.
The monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry. That's quite the drop.
'Twould be quite painful, were we to fall.
No room for carelessness.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Damn us!
This goes as good as playthrought.
"'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer... combat.
The cabin's depths lie ahead. Onward.
We'd best be prepared to make our own lights before we proceed.
No quarrel
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil.
Fear not, Master. Naught shall befall you while I am here.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Well fought, Arisen.
I dare say, the Arisen would have defeated this lot without us.
A resounding success.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
It is broken. Oh, but hold a moment. Methinks I espy a way through. I fear this foe may be beyond our abilities at present.
Indeed. We ought to quit this place at once. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. Here we go again. You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
No quarrel here.
seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Resting when and where you can is the secret to weathering a long journey.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
Jump on, and I'll launch you into the sky. One of us has been poisoned. Not bad.
It is a bit early to be thanking me. The enemy yet remains.
Not a bad idea. Ha! How do you like that?
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Methinks we've found all there is to discover here.
I expect we shan't have need to return here for some time.
I will protect you.
Right where I want you. It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Oh? Did it pertain to the Queen Regent?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
You the Arisen? Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Look, as long as you please.
Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times. Times we live in. You know where to find. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Seems nice. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
That looks promising.
Come take a look. You'll be glad.
You did. Do come again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Utterly
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate the coin or two to sow.
Do stop and have a
Have you heard tell of an ox? Honestly, there's been much talk on this.
But I've heard rather in...